All right, it's a holiday. You thought it would be a slow news day. A lot of stuff happened, especially this big one right here. This is true. This dropped just a little bit over an hour ago. Ryan Reynolds auditioned for a role of Anthony Stark, didn't even come remotely close, but the nice man with the taser escorted him from the ground. And as we can see here, he is at Marvel Studios. He is officially at Marvel Studios. For what reason? We have literally no idea. This is a big old tease. It's something Ryan Reynolds likes to do, obviously. He likes to tease things and he likes to get people talking. And this is literally what's going on. This is what I'm doing. But before we jump into what I have found out, we have to kind of go back a little bit. So at the end of 2017, when the deal for Fox was first announced, everyone was worried. Everyone was upset. What's going to happen to Deadpool? Is Disney going to come in and homogenize it? Are they going to turn it into a PG-13 schlock fest? Is it going to lose the wit and charm that the first movie had that was seemingly absent from the second movie, although at the time we didn't fully know that. But anyway, that was something that people were legitimately kind of concerned for. And Bob Iger came out and said, no, I'm going to protect him in R-rated. He's going to stay R-rated. That is what we are going to do with him, which made fans go, yeah, okay, man, I'm all right with that. That's okay with me. But then, of course, things got a little bit concerning towards the tail end of 2018. So a year later, when Once Upon a Deadpool came out, because it felt like it was some cheap attempt to market to Disney that they can make a movie like that that's PG-13. And I say that because there's going to be the issue of control, right? So control in regards to the character is something that's very important to Ryan Reynolds. Now, fans love Ryan Reynolds as the character of Deadpool. Fox didn't care about the character of Deadpool. We know that because Tom Rothman threw it away years ago, and Ryan Reynolds leaked the footage right before Comic-Con or right during Comic-Con 2014 to get people talking, and that ultimately saved his career. It turned him from a B-lister or a C-lister or even a D-lister in some respects to an absolute A-lister. So he owes everything to the comic book fans, to the comic book community, and of course to the fine people at Fox who then saw the value in the character, the value in the buzz of the character, and they tossed $50 million at the movie to make it nearly $800 and some odd million, right? This is a whole heap load of cash. So anyway, control over the character is something that Ryan Reynolds, Paul Wernick, and Rhett Reese have had. In fact, the control over the character is what prompted Tim Miller to leave and not direct Deadpool 2. So what's going to happen now? Because Kevin Feige doesn't necessarily like to give up a lot of control to how he decides to push these characters. And that is something that's going to basically be an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. And that is one of the biggest fears that I think a lot of fans have in regards to Deadpool and in regards to what's going to be the future of the franchise, the future of the character. And that is where Mikey Sutton comes into play, because Mikey dropped this little tidbit already after I recorded one video talking about Ryan Reynolds being at Marvel. We get this info. So he says here, he wasn't planning on posting it until later this month after the 4-part YouTube crossover. Side note, that's this Saturday. I'm going to be part of that crossover. I don't even know what it is yet, but man, my nips can cut glass. Anyway, he says, but news cycles and leaks happen so quickly, so I don't want to hype this too much. From what he's been told, Deadpool will be handled like this in the MCU, which is what most fans have realistically hoped for. His solo movies will be R-rated. The huge difference is that they'll be produced by Kevin Feige for Marvel Studios, but released under the Fox banner. There was a rage bait about Disney toning them down after the Fox acquisition, and I was again trying to calm people down. When Deadpool appears in other movies, however, he's going to be PG-13. This is honestly completely in line with his comic book appearances. It's like seeing the Punisher in a Spider-Man comic without the blood and witnessing his gory glory in a Max title from Garth Ennis. So what we have there is basically, I think, general confirmation. I don't want to say confirmation because these are scoops, right? Things are subject to change. But Mikey's got a pretty decent track record so far, and he's at this point kind of been like the trusted source to go to in all of geekdom for a while. He's been anointed the new leak king, and that's great because screw, we got this covered. And I say that because, clickbait. Anyway, so what we have here is a situation where potentially this is what Ryan Reynolds was doing. When Ryan Reynolds went to Marvel today, when he went to Marvel, he was meeting with Kevin Feige to discuss the future of his character, probably the future of Deadpool, whether or not he's going to be in a standalone movie on his own again, or he's going to be with X-Force or something along those lines. And I think that this is going to be the best way for Fox to push out the R-rated lineup. They're going to have to start with Deadpool anyway. It just seems to make the most amount of sense to do that. Then go from Deadpool to the Punisher. That's my hopes, that they're going to bring John Bernthal back and do a Punisher movie just right. That's what I'm hoping they're going to do. But this is kind of the start of the future of the R-rated side of the MCU. And that is great. We weren't actually anticipating any of this for a while. Now, I know these movies take a couple of years to come together, and that's just always par for the course. But seeing Ryan Reynolds, seriously, this image filled me with so much damn hope and so much damn happiness, because I'm just like, oh my God, it's actually happening. It's not a pipe dream from nearly 2 years ago when the conversation first started about Disney buying Fox and what's going to happen with Deadpool. I mean, now it's legitimately here. It is legitimately a thing. It is legitimately going to happen at some point. And if they keep them R-rated, that's all the win for the fans. That's more winning for the fans. And you know, I feel like we are eventually going to get tired of winning. Anyway, your thoughts, your opinions. Do you think that they are going to follow what Mikey is saying, that it's going to be R-rated solo films with MCU appearances being PG-13? Oh yeah, another thing I was hearing too, and this came from Mikey, is that potentially there's going to be a teaser for this at the end of Black Widow. That's going to be one of the stingers at the end of Black Widow to tease the inclusion of Deadpool in the MCU. Now, I don't know how they're going to do it yet. Now, if it were me, because of the character, because of how he is, who he is, what he is, have him come in, address it one time, and be done with it. And don't even really address it. Just have him show up and go like, oh, so this is the MCU. Well, it beats Fox or something along those lines, and then just be done with it and move on, and everyone will be happy. I think that's what they're going to have to do. And another reason why I think this is going the way it's going to go, as I read an interview with Zazie Beetz the other day that says that she feels she'll be playing Domino once again, which means we got that. And then we see this just one more time for show. We see this shows us that, yes, the Deadpool world is alive and well. I believe with with Zombieland Double Tap coming out this week, Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese are going to be very much talked about in the trades. They're going to get a lot of play if the movie does really well. And when that happens, then bam, Deadpool 3 gets announced pretty damn quick. When they're going to drop Deadpool 3 information, I have no idea. Phase 4 is currently what they're talking about, and we're probably not going to get anything on Phase 5 until at least 2020, just because Marvel doesn't want to have too much information out there too quick, because then it starts confusing the trade. So of course, take everything with a grain of salt. We don't know what's going to happen. The world's going to go anyway it's going to go. But thanks to Mikey for the scoop. Thanks to Ryan for making my heart sing today. And I want to know your guys' thoughts about this one. Let me know down in the comments below what you think, what you're feeling, how it's all going for you. And be sure to thumbs the video up and hit subscribe and all that jazz. Have yourself a great day, guys, and peace out.